Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Do you ever find yourself staring at a screen, your mind a million miles away? You have a deadline looming, a project to finish, or a chapter to read. But your brain just says nope. You scroll through your phone, you get up for the 10th time to grab a snack you don't even want, and that to-do list just keeps staring back at you, mocking you. It's frustrating, right? That feeling of being mentally scattered can derail your entire day. You know you need to get things done, but the switch to focus mode seems to be broken. Well, what if I told you there are simple, science-backed techniques you can use to instantly snap your focus back into place? Not in hour, not after a coffee, but right now. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a powerful toolkit of strategies that will help you reclaim your concentration and get back on track in minutes. Stick around, because you're going to want to remember these. First up, let's talk about the simplest, yet most overlooked tool you have, your breath. When we're stressed or distracted, our breathing often becomes shallow and rapid. This signals to our brain that we're in a fight or flight state, which is the exact opposite of the calm, focused state we need for deep work. The solution, the box breathing technique. It's incredibly easy and used by everyone from Navy SEALs to surgeons to maintain calm under pressure. Here's how you do it. Inhale slowly for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale slowly for a count of 4. And hold again at the bottom for a count of 4. Now, let's tackle your environment. Our brains are constantly scanning our surroundings for threats, or, more commonly these days, for distractions. Every notification, every cluttered pile of paper, every open tab on your browser is a tiny little thread pulling at your attention. To get your focus back instantly, you need to perform what I call a distraction audit and a 5-minute reset. Look around your workspace. What's grabbing your eye? Is it your phone? Turn it over, put it on silent, or even better, move it to another room. Are there a dozen browser tabs open? Get a browser extension, like OneTab, to collapse them all into a single list. Is your desk a mess? Take just 5 minutes, set a timer, and clear it. Put things away, stack papers neatly, and wipe down the surface. Creating a clean, minimalist workspace sends a powerful signal to your brain. This space is for work, nothing else. This isn't about deep cleaning your entire office. It's a quick, surgical strike against the most obvious distractions. A clear space leads to a clear mind, and it's one of the fastest ways to eliminate the external chaos that fuels internal chaos. Okay, so we've calmed our nervous system and cleared our space. But what if the distraction is internal asterisk? You know, that endless loop of thoughts, worries, and random ideas popping into your head. For this, we use the brain dump technique. It's exactly what it sounds like. Grab a piece of paper and a pen. Yes, I recommend doing this physically, not digitally. The physical act of writing is more intentional. Set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes and write down absolutely everything that's on your mind. Worried about an email you need to send? Write it down. Suddenly remembered you need to buy milk? Write it down. Have a brilliant idea for a side project? Write it down. Don't censor yourself. Don't organize it. Just get it all out of your head and onto the paper. This process does 2 magical things. First, it acknowledges the thoughts, so your brain can stop trying to remind you of them. Second, it externalizes them. They are no longer bouncing around in your skull, stealing your precious mental energy. They are captured on paper, waiting for you to deal with them later. Once the timer goes off, you can look at the list and decide what to do after your focus session. But for now, your mind is clear and ready to focus on the one task at hand. Next, let's talk about engaging your senses to anchor your focus. This is a technique called sensory grounding, and it's incredibly effective for pulling your mind out of the clouds and back into your body. The most powerful version of this for focus is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Wherever you are, take a moment to notice 5 things you can see. Look around and name them, either silently or out loud. A lamp, a pen, a crack in the wall, a plant, your own hands. Then, notice 4 things you can feel: the texture of your shirt, the firmness of the chair beneath you, the cool surface of your desk, the air on your skin. Next, listen for 3 things you can hear: the hum of your computer, a distant car, the sound of your own breathing. Then, notice 2 things you can smell: the faint scent of coffee, the smell of a book, or maybe nothing at all, which is an observation in itself. Finally, notice one thing you can taste. Maybe the lingering taste of your last drink, or just the neutral taste in your mouth. This entire exercise takes less than a minute, but it forces your brain to stop its frantic inner monologue and pay attention to the immediate, physical world. It's like a hard reset for your awareness, making it much easier to then direct that awareness to your work. Another powerful and instant focus booster is strategic movement. When you've been sitting still for a while, your blood flow slows down and your brain can become foggy. We often think we need to force ourselves to sit still to concentrate, but sometimes the opposite is true. The key is to do a very short, intentional burst of physical activity. I'm not talking about a full workout. I'm talking about a 60-second focus reset. Stand up and do 10 jumping jacks. Or hold a plank for 30 seconds. Do a few quick stretches, touching your toes and reaching for the sky. Walk briskly to the kitchen and back. The goal is to get your heart rate up just a little bit. This rush of movement pumps fresh, oxygenated blood to your brain, which can instantly clear away mental cobwebs and boost alertness. It also breaks the monotony of sitting, which can be a huge source of mental fatigue. So, the next time you feel your focus fading, don't just sit there fighting it. Stand up, move your body for just 1 minute, and then sit back down. You'll feel a noticeable shift in your energy and ability to concentrate. Finally, let's harness the power of intention with a micro-commitment. Often, we lose focus because the task ahead seems too big and overwhelming. Write a 10-page report feels impossible when you can't even write a single sentence. So, we need to shrink the task down to something laughably small. This is the just one thing rule. Tell yourself you are not going to work on the project. Instead, you are going to do just one tiny thing. For example, I will just open the document. Or, I will just write one sentence. Or, I will just read one paragraph. That's it. Give yourself permission to stop after that one thing. What happens is a bit of psychological magic. Getting started is always the hardest part. By making the barrier to entry ridiculously low, you trick your brain into taking that first step. And more often than not, once you've written that one sentence, writing a second one feels much easier. You build momentum. This micro-commitment breaks the cycle of procrastination and analysis paralysis, pulling you directly into the task itself. It bypasses the overwhelming feeling and gets you into action mode, which is where focus lives. So, let's quickly recap our instant focus toolkit. When you feel your mind wandering, first, use box breathing to calm your nervous system. Second, do a 5-minute reset of your physical space to eliminate external distractions. Third, perform a brain dump to get all those nagging internal thoughts out of your head and onto paper. Fourth, use the 5-4-3-2-1 sensory grounding technique to bring your awareness back to the present moment. Fifth, incorporate a 60-second burst of movement to get blood flowing to your brain. And finally, make a micro-commitment to just do one laughably small part of your task to break through procrastination. The beauty of these techniques is that they are all quick, easy, and can be used anywhere, anytime. You don't have to use all of them at once. Find the one or two that work best for you and keep them in your back pocket. The next time you feel that familiar pull of distraction, you'll have a concrete action plan to get your focus back instantly. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these strategies help you become more focused and productive. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And do UNT. Forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do UNT miss out on more tips to help you level up your life. Let me know in the comments which of these techniques you're going to try first. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.